All right, first up, injuries. Tony Adams has a groin. We still have to evaluate that and see exactly where he's at. Jermaine Johnson had an ankle. I mean, all these guys, we have to see exactly where they're at. But he had an ankle. Michael Carter, he had a shoulder. And Justin's in concussion protocol, right? So when it comes to injuries, that's what we got. When it comes to this game, very disappointing, very disappointing. All three phases, to be honest with you. And I just told the players, first off, I got to take a look at myself. I want to take a look at every player, and I want to take a look at every coach, right? There's no stone that won't go unturned, right, without figuring out the issue. But I do know this, and I told these guys this. I've been here before with two teams, in New Orleans and Detroit. The one thing that we're not going to do is we're not going to waver with not one bit. Not one bit. The brand that we say that we're going to play, right, we're going to play that type of game, right? And our guys will get better. The only thing we have to do is get ready to go back to work, all right, on Wednesday, and we'll go from there. I do know that. So any questions?
What can you pinpoint before watching tape, obviously, is where things kind of started to go wrong today?
I'm not about to sit here and blame this on the refs at all, right? Because I think they had more penalties than we did. It was some of the penalties that we had were things that we talked about that we shouldn't allow to happen, and those things came up, all right? So maybe I'll have to emphasize those even more, all right? And that's the way I look at it. That's something that I have to make sure I do a better job of. But other than that, they kept the ball, and we didn't keep the ball. It's just that simple.
What's on the penalties specifically? Did you think the Clemens roughing call was fair, a good call? And if
Well,
not,
the thing is, we know if they call that call, when you hit the quarterback high, when you hit him in the head neck area, all right, and that's just what they're calling now. So we have to be smarter than that.
Do you feel like that was a discipline?
Say it again?
Do you feel like that was an undisciplined penalty?
I just felt like it was a penalty. So call it what you want.
Do you feel like you guys beat yourselves in the first half? The fumble, the penalties, the missed tackles on the Cook run?
You know what? Yes. And usually when you lose to that fashion, that's what usually happens. So across the league, when you have those, that's what happens no matter what. So we have to look at that. We have to look at that. And listen, I don't want to be a broken record up here, but I know for a fact we got to get back to work on Wednesday. And listen, we can't waver from the beliefs that we have. I do know that.
Aaron, what disappoints you or angers you most about what went on today?
Well, there's a number of things, to be honest with you. But those things, I want to make sure I look at the tape before I just start to, ramble off on some things. But
You've been preaching so much discipline, smarts, all that kind of stuff, and you seem to go away from all of those things today.
well, I don't want to say that. There was other factors in that game, too. It wasn't all just the discipline. They kept the ball longer than, we did. We didn't keep the ball at all. So that was a huge part of what happened.
on the
Coach, any word yet on just how bad the injury was to Justin?
Well, I just talked about that. We still have to evaluate that.
on the Cooks, the long touchdown run, it looked like Quincy had a shot at him around his ankle, but it just seemed like the defense was just out of position there.
I think it was more over pursuit. But again, I don't want to just really stamp that until I get ready to watch it. But missed tackles did happen on that play.
What was your view of the passing game? I think you guys only ended up with 50 passing yards today.
What's my view of it?
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Aaron, your first series in the third quarter,
Yep.
you get 4th and 1. I understand you're in minus territory there, but the way the game is going, did you think about going for it there, and then why ultimately did you punt?
Say it again.
4th and 1, you guys have it in the third quarter. Did you
Yeah.
think about going? I know it's not an area of the field you might go for it usually, but with the score it was, did you think about going for it
Answer
there?
your question right there. That's and then allow them points already.
Right. But with the way the score was, I think you were down 20.
Allow them points already.
Aaron, you rushed the ball so well last week. What do you feel like the difference was today?
Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. I know one thing. I know we can run the ball. I do know that. And you got to give those guys credit too, right? They did a really good job of stopping the run. They did a really good job in the passing game. They have a number of good coaches over there. All right, so whatever they did last week, they fixed their problems, and that's what we have to do. That's what it comes down to. That's what this league is, man. When things break down, and I wish I can sit here and say that we were going to be able to rush the ball like that and pass the ball like that every week, but that's just not realistic, So and I know some people think that, all right, but this is a league of guys that are going to compete. They're going to fix problems, and you move on, and that's what I plan on us doing.
How would you assess Justin's performance?
Say it again.
Justin's performance, how would you
Watch the tape.
How do you feel
Watch the tape.
Take a couple
Do
more.
you have any sense on what went wrong with the run defense, 224 yards allowed?
Watch the tape.
What are your thoughts on what happened with Michael Clemens, the penalty on the first series?
Just talked about that.
Also on that series, he got pancaked on Josh Allen's 40-yard run. What does he have to do better?
It's not what he has to do better, it's what we have to do better. And we all got to play better.
What was your message to the team?
I think I said that earlier, but I've been here before as a coach, and I have to look at myself. All the players have to look at themselves, and the coaches have to look at themselves also. Apparently, I didn't get to have the guys ready to play, So whatever we see on tape, and we have to be honest with ourselves with what we see on tape, we have to fix those things. And that's just the way this league is. And it's not okay. It's not okay to lose like that. And I'm not a big fan of sitting here and telling everybody, guys, it's okay. No, you don't just lose like that and it's okay. What it is, man, you go back to work. You start to fix those problems that you saw on tape. And you move on to the next week. And that's what we're going to do.